Yeah, Boys Beware, educational film. Watch out for the homos, 1961. This is, I guess this would be a great time to say hi to, San Francisco.
All right.
Here we go. Jimmy felt like hitching a ride home.
Oh.
That looks innocent enough, doesn't it? Lots of young people hitchhike. Seems like a good way to get from one place to another.
Sure.
But sometimes there are dangers involved that never meet the eye. Let's take the case of Jimmy Barnes. Jimmy played baseball all afternoon, and he didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride. He'd done it 100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual when the driver struck up a friendly conversation.
Oh, boy.
In fact, he seemed like a real nice guy. He asked Jimmy if he played baseball in the park often. Jimmy told him they practiced 3 times a week and played a rival group on Friday afternoon. The stranger was a good listener, too, and it only seemed minutes before they pulled up in front of Jimmy's house. When Jimmy got out, the stranger gave him a friendly pat. Then he told him he'd see him again, as he always drove by the park on his way home.
See you again.
I remember that, and the friendly pat just made me reassured and wanted to see the gentleman again.
Yes, a friendly pat.
Friendly pat.
Mm-mm.
It was over my nose with a rag in his hand.
This isn't going well.
No, the guy.
God, people used to do this.
Friendly pat.
Like a kid would actually, like, hitchhike and be picked up, and the kids wouldn't think of doing that. Not this young, anyway.
Not in the good old early 60s.
No, everything was fine and dandy.
They're barely out of the 50s.
As long as you could identify the homosexuals.
Bill from Waterford. Boys, beware of Negroes and enjoy a Lucky Strike cigarette in your white neighborhood.
Lucky.
All right, yeah.
We patted him, dropped him off at the house.
Yeah, so far so good. He got a ride home.
He got a ride home. The pat could be a little inappropriate. Maybe a little tussle of the hair. All right, kid, get out of here.
I'm thinking more of a pat to the butt, like, good game, good game.
You think it wasn't a pat on the back?
Maybe on the back.
On the back?
Yeah. Lower back, though.
Lower back?
Yeah, lower back. Well, the stranger returns the next day.
Uh-oh.
And they go fishing.
Fishing?
And look at porno during lunch. And this guy stepped right up.
Good. Day 2.
Sure enough,
Day 2.
The following day when...
I don't even want to know what day 3's about.
Oh. Day 3, Jimmy couldn't sit down for dinner. His mother asked him if there was a problem.
Sure enough, the following day when Jimmy finished playing ball, well, the man was there waiting. They stopped at a drive-in, and the stranger treated him to a Coke. During their conversation, he told several off-color jokes. But Jimmy had heard others before, and, well, it made him feel big to so easily win the confidence of an older person.
Made him feel big,
yes,
all right.
I remember that time. He leaned over and whispered, 2 Jews walk into a bar.
Off-color jokes, yeah. What could they be?
Jimmy's a little too comfortable.
Yeah, he's kind of digging this whole thing.
Yeah.
Jimmy is not very perceptive.
Jimmy is
I'll give him that. Jimmy doesn't have this insight.
No.
Jimmy got a pat, and he's all happy, and an off-color joke.
And off-color jokes, and he's feeling like he's, an adult.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
I think Jimmy's a size queen. He's,
who's there? Throat yogurt.
Oh, this isn't going well for Jimmy.
No. Some people are saying that I'm wrecking this by telling you what the clip's about beforehand. Does it matter?
No.
Well, I like the surprise hotness of it.
Yeah, I kind of, now that we know what it's about.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get a little
trying to set up the bit
here.
a little bit. So, they went fishing, and they looked at porno.
Yeah, see, back in the 60s, early 60s, late 50s, things like that, they put out these educational films because the homosexual men were looked at as the perverts, just trolling around the baseball fields for young boys.
Now they're just called Chicago radio hosts.
And that's what this film is a warning of. And so far, Jimmy has gotten a ride home from the guy.
Yep.
His second day, he got a pat on the first day. Second day, he got some off-color jokes.
Off-color jokes.
All right, well, you want to move on here?
What happens the next date?
Oh, I can't wait.
Here's Jimmy.
Confidence of an older person.
about
The
that.
confidence of an older person.
Yeah.
That's what I want to earn.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did we play that whole clip or did we stop?
We stopped it.
Oh, we did stop, right?
We stopped
Why did we
to
stop?
enjoy Jimmy.
Why we stopped? To talk ourselves down. I mean, how do you talk with these 3/10?
Hotness going on.
Drive-in, and the stranger treated him to a Coke.
Oh, the drive-in.
During their conversation, he told several off-color jokes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But Jimmy had heard others before, and, well, it made him feel big to so easily win the confidence of an older
You
person.
put Velcro on the ceiling.
The following Saturday, they went fishing together. By now, they were using first names. Ralph said it was more friendly.
Ralph.
Jimmy didn't.
Jimmy, come over here.
Rod game.
It really does. That knows you go to the drive-in, you go to the drive-in, you tell you a couple jokes, that segues right into fishing. Who doesn't know that? Jimmy's a dope. I want to rape him.
The art of the hairless. Chris and Philly.
The art of the memoryless. Pretend you're eating cotton candy while the older gentleman treats you to a Coke and whispers off-color jokes into your ear with whiskey breath.
Jimmy hadn't enjoyed himself so much in a long time.
Ooh, wow.
Then during lunch,
Uh-oh.
Ralph showed him some pornographic pictures. Jimmy knew he shouldn't be interested, but, well, he was curious.
Ah.
What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick. A sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious. A sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex.
Wow. Demands.
I want it now.
Get over here, fella.
How great is it? They called it a sickness
They
in
were like-
1961.
Yeah, this just shows, man, what the 60s were all about. Whenever anybody starts chiming in about the good old days, just remember clips like this.
He's not sick because he might be a pedophile.
Yeah,
he's
he's a-
sick because
yeah.
he's a homosexual.
He's a predator pedophile.
Right. That's his real sickness.
But they lumped him into one category.
Right.
He's what we call a homosexual. He demands sex from anybody on the street.
Well, they don't tell you that Jimmy's 41.
right.
I want to know what jokes he was telling him.
Yeah.
Why'd the chicken cross the road? Because if you don't kiss this, I'll kill your puppy.
That isn't funny, mister. Not supposed to be.
Well, you ready for the next clip here?
I
course I
cannot
am.
wait for it.
All right, here we go.
Let me unzip.
If you're just tuning in, this is Boys Beware from 1961.
But by now, Jimmy felt a fondness for Ralph, and they continued to go places together.
That's cute.
Ralph was generous and took Jimmy many interesting places and did many nice things for
Where's
him.
Jimmy's parents?
He bought
Yeah.
presents and even gave him money. But
Uh-oh.
payments were expected in return. You see, Jimmy hadn't recognized Ralph's approach soon enough. When Ralph first asked Jimmy to go fishing alone, he should have discussed it with his parents or teacher.
Or clergyman.
Finally, Jimmy told his parents, and they reported it to the juvenile authorities. Ralph was arrested, and Jimmy was released on probation in the custody of his parents.
What did he do? What did Jimmy do?
What did he do? Wear those backless jeans? He's wearing chaps while they fished.
Jimmy got arrested probably for sodomy.
They don't tell you.
They don't tell you.
You could hear the ominous music.
Yeah, that
See,
means
I'm reading into this whole thing.
ominous music means sodomy.
Ominous music is sodomy, definitely. And the fact that he goes, he didn't know that payment was expected
Yeah.
for these gifts that Ralph was giving him. And the ominous music there kind of lets you know, what are they going to do? It's an educational film. They ain't going to go into hardcore detail. The guy did stuff to him. Okay. And then when that happened, he finally told his parents, and Ralph was arrested, because Ralph can't just be arrested for giving the kid money or candy
Right.
or something like that. And the kid was I guess, arrested for a sodomy.
Well, he told
for
his parents,
participating.
what, did they turn him in?
Yeah.
My son is a queer. Come get him.
Could you pick up my son?
Hello, police department? Could you pick up my little fag son? Yes, some man took advantage of him. I believe he's a Turner homosexual. Wait, where's my music? Damn it. Never have the right one cued. Oh, I stepped out of character. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Where did it go? Ah,
Find it.
Hello? Hello, police department? Yes, I'd like to turn in my little boy Jimmy. It seems he was with a homosexual. Wait for the music, then. Okay, send a car.
Jimmy just didn't know payment was expected, but boy, when he learned, it's sleep face down for a couple of weeks, isn't it, fella?
Yes, it was.
A lot of people are saying it sounds like Rod Sterling doing the announcing.
Ooh.
From the Twilight Zone.
Wow. You think the receipt for your payment made looks something like a map of Hawaii all over the back of your superhero shirt?
Well, we got 3 more clips to play after the break.
Wow.
Boys Beware from 1961.
Boys beware.
How hot.
All right, Boys Beware, 1961. Where were we?
When last we left,
With Jimmy.
Jimmy was released in the custody of his parents on probation, and Ralph was arrested
For being a homosexual.
for being a homosexual. It's rough.
All right. Ready for the next clip?
It's funny that they arrest the victim. It's like when the black guard walks out in Dog Day Afternoon and they throw him up against the car. He's one of the hostages.
Well, here we go. You don't want me to ruin the clip?
No, I want to be surprised.
All right, here we go.
But all homosexuals are not passive. Some resort to violence, as in the case of Mike Merrick. In the heat of competition, no one noticed the man who sat and watched. And when the game broke up and the others left, Mike decided to stay and practice a little longer.
Oh, no.
The stranger joined him. He was friendly and, well, it was better than playing alone. But after a few shots, Mike realized he had already overstayed his time and suggested he better leave. The stranger told him if he'd like to stay longer, he'd be glad to drive him home when they finished. Sounded great to Mike. Chance to play longer and get a ride home, too. When they finished, the stranger told him he'd make a fine player someday if he got lots of practice. The companionship, the praise, the friendly attitude dispelled any misgivings Mike might have had about going with a stranger.
You know what this is doing? It's telling people how easy it is to get young boys.
I know.
Just got to give them a little praise, a little pat, play some ball with them.
It's making me want to play basketball and go to the drive-in.
Right.
And fish.
It's so easy.
A few pornographic pictures.
That's all
Sounds
you need.
Fun. What a lifestyle. I deal with women and all their nonsense. All you got to do is wear tight-fitting little sported-out slacks, and an older gentleman will pay for everything.
Friendly attitude dispelled any misgivings Mike might have had about going with a stranger. He probably never realized until too late that he was riding in the shadow of death. But sometime that evening, Mike Merrick traded his life for a newspaper headline.
He killed him? Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Who saw that coming?
That was depressing. I just thought it would be a little fun.
What a buzzkill. How you supposed to get him again if you kill him? Stupid.
Oh, poor Mike.
Public restrooms can often be a hangout for the homosexual. Bobby and his friends hadn't noticed the man who had been in the restroom when they changed.
Jimmy Norton.
His lady suggested they take the shortcut under the pier, but the others preferred to take the more traveled way home.
Yeah.
When Bobby recognized the stranger as the man in the restroom, the shortcut under the pier didn't seem like a good idea at all. After all, it's more fun to stay with your friends anyway. Bobby had made a wise decision. It may have saved his life.
The man under the pier must have been a homosexual.
They're making it sound like homosexuals are like hiding like mountain lions.
That's what they do. They're waiting for a jogger to come by and just grab them by the throat.
They're really not violent people. All they do is put stupid rainbows on everything and keep clean neighborhoods. I'd love to live in a nice gay neighborhood. There's no trash. It's all potted flower plants. They're lovely.
Bobby had met a homosexual. That night, he didn't know when he went into his room, he had new curtains on his window and plants around his house, and it was a fine bedspread that matched the window treatments. Yes, a homosexual had come into his room and redecorated.
People are asking if the shortcut was under the porch.
Yeah, you gotta watch out.
Under the porch.
All right. And finally, we end Boys Beware from 1961.
His name was Chicago's own John Wayne Gacy.
With this clip.
Local angle.
I see.
The decision is always yours, and your whole future may depend on making the right one. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly, if they try to win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal. One never knows when the homosexual is about. He may appear normal. And it may be
Is about.
He may jip you out of $50,000 you're owed for a radio program, and then move to a competing satellite company.
He may write very small to compartmentalize.
When the homosexual is about.
Oh, that's very funny. Just traipsing and lurking.
Oh, looking.
Well, Mary Kelsey from Kansas doesn't like this.
Mary.
Enough of the boring old radio stuff. I know it's hard to fill all those hours, but how about some current topics, sports, personal life, anything but more of this crap.
Okay.
Current.
Mary Kelsey is a whore. What do you think of them apples? How's that for current?
Mary, change the dial.
Yeah, just die already.
Everyone else is giving their dumb angle on Kate Hudson and Chris Robinson.
Well, you big divorce, though. They're separated.
Oh, this is fun stuff. I'm enjoying it. Feel like a little nostalgia?
She probably has a fag kid or something.
Mary,
Oh, maybe that's it.
what would you like us to talk about? Write us back in the instant feedback.
Or call in.
I mean, you want to hear about current events. Look in the paper. There's not much going on today that isn't depressing.
All right. There was a turnpike tragedy here. A 4-year-old Queens girl survives a New Jersey crash that leaves 4 dead. Should we start improving?
That's Karna. No one knows when the bitchy C will be lurking about.
On instant feedback.
Yes, on your instant feedback.
She's also known as the Buzzkill.
No wonder Jimmy wants to fish and view pornography with an older gentleman, so he doesn't have to deal with broads like that. At least the older man doesn't judge you when you get a little tent going.
Gives you a little pat.
He understands some encouraging words. All right, sure, you play ball, and then he rapes and kills you in a ditch.
Yeah.
Take your chances.
Not like this ragging, nagging bitch.
And this is far from boring. I got to start that clip over again.
Yeah.
That line was
Like
really,
it.
really funny.
The decision is always yours, and your whole future may depend on making the right one. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly, if they try to win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal. One never knows when the homosexual is about. He may appear normal, and it may be too late when you discover he is mentally ill.
Jesus.
So keep with your group, and don't go off alone with strangers unless you have the permission of your parent or teacher.
Wow.
Or teacher.
Yeah, what if he is your teacher?
Yeah.
Let's go to Joe in Jersey. Joe.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Joe.
I'm a homosexual guy, and I find it very offensive.
Do you?
What part of it?
Well, here's the one thing, and you're going to hang up when I say this because you guys don't like controversy, but
No.
can you imitate somebody else even more?
What do you mean, sir?
What are you talking about?
I've heard the same thing on another radio show about 2 years ago.
Well, you got to figure this is from 1961, so it's probably been played on a few radio shows over the years, I would say. We didn't go on saying, hey, some groundbreaking brand new audio, but it's our take on it. You know, we get to listen to it, have fun and comment, and it doesn't mean that everyone's heard it.
All right, don't hang up on me, but which one of you guys is the blonde hair guy? That's all I want to know.
Why?
Why, sir?
Do you like him?
He's looking exactly like the guy from Queer Eye from a Straight Guy.
Who, Carson? I would say
That's
Opie
all you
looks,
got, Joe?
Opie looks nothing like Carson from Queer Eye.
Joe, do you want to improv a little more? Go ahead.
Yeah.
A lot of people say I look like a lot of different people, but I never got
Carson
that one.
from
So
Queer Eye, Joe.
Guys, you're up to...
What else,
And
Joe?
one thing, you don't have to keep saying "don't hang up on me."
hang up on you, dude.
We're not the show that hangs up on people that don't. He hung up.
He hung up. We didn't hang up on him.
Jackass. They always do that too. Now don't hang up. We're not hanging up.
Yeah, douche, keep talking.
Whatever you want to say. More rope, the better. They never have anything to say.
The only thing I hate when a caller does is the forced, phony laughter.
Yeah. Hey, you look like the Queer Eye guy.
Yeah, really?
Does he?
That's what you got?
I get Owen Wilson and many others. I get
From who?
I swear to God, I get Owen Wilson but I don't have the weird
Funny.
I think I saved it right.
I think it was just funny. You were gonna
They
say
even
funny.
they photoshopped that one on Whackbag. Yeah, I don't see that one, but
College student.
I get college students. I get we get the Hall and Oates. We get a lot of dummies.
Yeah, we've gotten that one.
We get a lot of dumb ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want some local news? We'll give you some current events there, Mary. Before break, we'll play
What's
this.
her name, Mary? What did I call? I called her a different name.
Hole of what was it again?
I don't know. I should pay attention.
I also like the fact that even though they're heroes not on vacation, why are they listening to our show? Where's your pal? Listen to your buddy. Oh, they're listening.
Are you frustrated that he's taking the whole month of August off?
They're coming around. Oh, they don't like it at first. At first, they don't really like it. They tune in, and maybe they're offended by something or think their friends are being ripped off. But before you know it, they're listening to the show every day. You've got the virus, and not the one given by the homosexual. Jesus. Did we ever get on the air and go, here it is, folks, hold on to your seats, strap in, brand new audio that no one's ever played on the air. It's from 1961.
And your hero wasn't the first one to play it. Many shows played the educational films over the years.
If he played it 2 years ago, I think we played, like, old stuff
3 years ago.
Oh, no, we
like
weren't allowed
5
to work
years
3
ago. Right.
It's ridiculous to keep going back and forth like that.
All right, let's go to Bill in Alabama. Bill.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, what about Jimmy's real-life adventure with the older homosexual that tried to pick him up in the hot tub?
Oh, yeah. When I was in Los Angeles, I went to a spa. And he had the bluest eyes. I told you, he looked like Malcolm McDowell. And I'm nude in the hot tub because I didn't bring a bathing suit.
Because you're stupid.
No, but there was nobody in the locker room. It was a huge, big spa locker room. And there's 2 hot tubs.
But at that point, I would have went in my underpants.
Nah, I can't.
I've done that before. You go in your underpants.
No.
So I'm sitting there alone.
You have some coverage.
You need swim trunks.
No, I didn't have them, though. I didn't know.
Where were your swim trunks?
I didn't bring my swim trunks. I normally wear Speedo bikini brief swim trunks.
Oh, good.
And this older guy looks like Malcolm McDowell with really blue eyes, gets up and there's 2 hot tubs, and he starts walking towards mine, eating an apple.
All of a sudden, your tub became hotter.
It looked like a bowl of clam chowder we were sitting in. And he sits in there, and he's looking across at me from across the hot tub, and I feel his foot bump my foot under the water.
That's a signal.
That certainly is. And so is when I yanked mine away. Like pliers had grabbed it.
Did he still try to...
He tried to make small talk. I was ignoring him, and then he touched my foot again, and I just finally left the tub. And I felt so awful as I got out in my glistening, boyish ass.
You're naked.
Ladder as I walked out. What a show I gave that guy.
Oh, he must have just been... Did you feel his eyes just burning?
He's still thinking about it. How could he not be? Not a hair on it. I defy you to find a hair.
The art of the hairless.
Hairless.
The twink. All right, we'll take a break because now we're late. Yeah, no problem.